Good morning, everybody. So today's Sunday, and we don't like to work more than we have to on Sundays, but we still have to get the market set up and get it ready for the day. So my mom and dad just picked some corn, cabbage, kohlrabi, stuff like that. And I'm out here picking some sunflowers. I don't know if I remember showing you guys a video when they were just starting to grow, but here's what they're looking like now that they're almost in full bloom. And they're doing really, really well. This year we kept the weeds out of them a lot better. So it's just a pleasure to walk through them. And next year, I might even be thinking about doing a pick your own sunflower patch because I really like it. Sunflowers just make me happy to see them. People like them when they walk in the market. So who knows, you never know. I might. Always something to think about. But anyway, I'm gonna get some of these picked, and then me and Dad are gonna move on to laying plastic for pickles, and which will be our last plastic laying, actually our last planting for the year altogether. Now if you take notice, all the sunflowers are facing the opposite direction of me right now, and that's because I'm not gonna point the camera at the sun, but the sun is right above the trees right there. So it's hard. I don't really have my GoPro on me right now, so I'm gonna have to put the camera on the Kubota to show you what I'm doing. But yeah, it's just kind of neat to see how all the sunflowers are facing right at the sun. All right, so here's my sunflowers from the other side when they're actually looking at the sun. And then here in front of the sunflowers, I have my zinnias. Now I did accidentally catch these a little bit when I was spraying the weeds. And you can see how there's some holes in the leaves, but it doesn't really matter because I'm gonna take those leaves off anyway, and the blossoms are still beautiful. So I'm gonna pick a bunch of these also for the market. We got pink, purple, red, here's a yellow down here. This looks nicer than that one. There's yellow, and then here's some white, and there's like maroonish down there, and then down there is all our dill. All right, so here is my bucket of zinnias. Boy, I'm so good at arranging flowers, I might have to change my profession. All right, so flowers are done. As you can see right here, they're beautiful. Now I'm gonna move on to taking these out to the market, and then like I said, me and Dad are gonna move into laying plastic. All right, so Dad just got the tractor hooked up to the plastic layer. We got the rake, shovel, and I have the rolls of drip tape in the back of the Kubota here. Now, I have showed you guys how we irrigate overhead throughout the field from the pond, but I've never showed you guys how we drip, not yet anyway, for like strawberries, and well, you can drip anything underneath the plastic, but we really don't. We want to get into it, but we haven't done it a lot. We only really do it in the strawberries. But for this late patch, we're gonna try something different. We're gonna lay the drip tape, this stuff right here, and then what we're gonna do is, if it happens to get dry later in the season, we're gonna take our garden hose from our house over here through these trees. My house is only right on the other side of these trees right here. And right here is the field. And then we're gonna run it through the trees into the drip irrigation, and then we can just, since drip irrigation doesn't take a lot of water pressure, you can just do it from a regular garden hose. And since we only have 4 rows, it's really not a big deal. So that's how we're gonna do it. If it happens to get dry, we're just gonna do it by the garden hose, but I'm gonna show you how we're gonna set it up, but I'm not gonna be able to show you how it works right now because there is no need to irrigate. Okay, so I've showed you guys a bunch of video of us actually laying the plastic, but I've never really showed you how it works. It's kind of hard to explain, but so I sit here. I don't actually really sit, I kind of stand. And unlike a lot of plastic layers that you see, especially with little growers like us, this has a hydraulic system on it, so that when he has the PTO on, which doesn't have it on right now, the PTO is that silver thing right there. And when that spins, that runs our hydraulic lines, okay? So when that runs our hydraulic lines, now I can control these discs, which is here, that disc there, and this disc here, and I can push them in and out. I can push the whole arm in, out, or I can push the disc forward or back, which helps me to cover the plastic more or less depending if I'm on a side hill or not, which is a really big deal, especially for us farming a lot of hilly ground. So that's pretty much what I'm controlling as we're going. But how the plastic works is, the plastic, this is just for our spare roll. Our good roll that we're actually going to be feeding off of is going to sit right here, which we actually have 3 rolls right here. There's only going to be 1. That roll is going to feed down behind this roller, and then between this roller right here. This will pull out, and the plastic is going to come down in between there. Then the plastic is going to slip behind these 2 tires, behind this tire here and this tire here, which is going to keep the plastic stretched tight. And then these plows here is what digs my groove, and then it makes the bed underneath there. You can see that piece of plastic, that's what's forming our bed right there. It's called a raised bed. And this is gonna help to gather dirt. This and this help to gather dirt, which then it compacts it into here. And then these shoes here make a little furrow so that my plastic can lay in there. And then these discs cover the plastic that this furrow made, so that how we have a nice firm bed. So I'm going to take this one. You can see where it says out here. I'm going to push it out. And now it's just not covering so heavy. So that's the whole point of the hydraulic. We're feeding drip tape down onto the plastic. This plastic is going off this roll, coming down underneath here, and then it's laying out there. And here's the dirt being fed to make our bed. That's our PTO. That's what's making everything work right now. Alright, so now we're in the barn unloading garlic. Me, Sammy, and Trevor's in the back right now. You can't see him. We're unloading 1 of 3 wagons right now. Ben's picking up. Ben, how many you got in your hand right now?
About 43.
43? Oh, there's Trevor. And so we're unloading this wagon. We're bringing it back in here. I'll follow Ben back
42.
after he drops one. Bringing him back in here. Oh, he dropped another one. And we're stacking them on tables. That table's filled. This one. We're just gonna go right around the ring here and fill up all these black tables as we bring in wagon loads. And then after we fill up all these tables, which will probably be within the next wagon, we're gonna start stacking them all over here. The barn's kind of the perfect place to dry everything out because we have all these slats, lets air flow through, and it'll dry the garlic out nice without letting it stay wet, and then it just starts to rot. Here comes Sammy with another load. There's probably in here right now, right around 2,000 bulbs, give or take a little. We're planning 10,000, so we're gonna fill this thing up. Probably fill these 2 hay mows up and more yet. Here comes Trevor with another load.
Again, I can drop.
Yeah. will demonstrate how to unhook a wagon.
Step 1, grab the pin. Step 2, pull the pin. Step 3, move off. Step 4, put the pin back. Step 5, you have that little thing? Put the pinny thing back. Repeat step 4. And we're off.
And take off.
Step 1, grab pin. Step 2, remove pin. Oh. Step 3, lower trailer. Oh.
Step 5.
Re-raise trailer. Lower?
So we're finally done loading garlic. We got the feed grinder backed in here, and we didn't unload one wagon full of garlic, and that's just because we wanted to save room. We didn't want to have to set up more tables back in the haymow. So this is the last wagon here, and then we have a fan right now blowing on, blow back through both haymows to try and dry this garlic out. We don't want it rotting or molding at all. So there's that fan. I'll bring it around this side. So here is one table. We started already selling quite a bit. We probably already sold about 1,000 bulbs, so garlic goes really well for us. So here's this table. Here's this haymow. These are double stacked. I don't know how many is on each table, but like I said before, there's definitely right around 10,000 bulbs altogether. So this is here, and then here's the other haymow. It's hard to see it all and get it all on video, but it's just a ton of garlic. Everybody that we bring in here to show, they're in awe. They can't believe how much garlic. They've never seen so much garlic in their life. And almost all of it is big, beautiful, once they're shucked, it's white, snow white bulbs. Once it dries out nice, that dirty shell just peels right off. It's beautiful. So we're really happy with it. And the nice thing about garlic is you don't have to rotate your fields of garlic. Like, we have to rotate all our vegetables every year. so that the ground doesn't get wore out. But garlic can be planted in the same field every year, so it's nice. We have a perfect field laid out, and actually we still have a little more room. We can keep planting more garlic. Like last year we planted 8,000. Well, the first year we planted like 4 or 5 because we didn't know how it was gonna go. Then it was 5, 6, 7, 8, and then I'm like, I told my parents, I said, we keep selling garlic. I said, let's plant more, and they're like, no. And I'm like, let's just do 2,000 more. So now we're up to 10,000, and I'm hoping maybe this year, if we sell it, I'm gonna move up to 12,000. I don't know, but I really enjoy garlic. I love having it stacked in here. I love showing everybody, so hopefully it goes well. So with that being said, I'm gonna call it a wrap for this video. So remember, it ain't much, but it's honest work.